Help support AMTV by becoming a patron, an AMTV staff member, and following us over on Twitter. Hi there guys, it's Adam Martin here, and welcome back to another instalment of the Now Review. And we have a rather interesting release to look at today. It's a sort of expansion from something that we had earlier this year. So today we'll be taking a look at Now Yearbook 83 Extra, labelled as a collector's edition. So if you remember earlier in the year, we had a CD, special edition CD and vinyl release of Now Yearbook 83, which collated many of the best pop tracks from the year. And it seems that they've gone for, as it says at the bottom there, 60 more essential hits from 1983. So I don't know whether this is because the standard edition of Now Yearbook 83 did really well, or if there was a lot of demand for more tracks from 83. I don't know. But I'm not sure whether this will become like a staple thing going forward, but we shall see. Unlike its predecessor though, it's only available as this, which is a 3-disc CD. There's no special edition like book CD, there's no vinyl, it is just a standard CD, which I guess makes it that little bit more accessible. But the front cover, as you can see, it's the exact same logo as Now Yearbook 83, now with the extra moniker there and the collector's edition mantle at the top, and the 60 more essential hits from 1983. As far as I know, this isn't being produced in strictly limited quantities, so I don't know how much of a collector's edition, in inverted commas, this is, but hey-ho, it's probably done for the branding. So we will flip on over to the all-important track list of this 3-disc album. So what more could they introduce? Well, they kick off with Wham and the Wham Rap, which it was a big hit back in its day. Doesn't get much airplay these days. Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson with Say, 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 another massive hit. I'm surprised that wasn't on the first one, because that was at number 1 for quite a while, wasn't it? Or maybe that was in the US. Elton John with I Guess That's Why They Call It the Blues, again, another classic Elton tune. The Police with Wrapped Around Your Finger. Eurythmics with Who's That Girl, another banger from that duo there. Paul Young with Come Back and Stay. We have Spandau Ballet with Communication, and Culture Club with Church of the Poison Mind. A lot of these songs I am familiar with, but again, maybe didn't get that much airplay outside of their initial release, so nice that they have a release on this album. You have Tears for Fears with Change, which I think was off their debut album. Blue Hat for a Blue Day by Nick Hayward. Tell Her About It by Billy Joel. Come Dancing by The Kinks. Speak Like a Child, The Style Council, that's a bit of a creepy title. The Sun and the Rain by Madness, Please Don't Make Me Cry by UB40, Every Day I Write the Book by Elvis Costello and The Attractions, Baby Come to Me by Patty Austin and James Ingram. You have Daryl Hall and John Oates with Family Man, Toto with Rosanna, again, surprised that wasn't on the original release, I guess Africa might have been, but Rosanna's an equally big tune. And yes, with Owner of a Lonely Heart, which the main beat of that got sampled for a few different things over the years. But 20 tracks there, 20 tracks on each disc. Okay, so you have on CD2, Two Hearts Beat as One by U2, yes, they were going as far back as 83. And Never Stop by Echo and the Bunnymen, great Liverpool band. Walk Out to Winter by Aztec Camera. Right Now by The Creatures, The Walk by The Cure, Confusion by New Order, Genetic Engineering by Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark. Great to see a lot of new wave, like synthy stuff start to appear, and again, songs now I'm not too familiar with, but I'm sure those who were around in 83 will remember. You have the Thompson Twins with Love on Your Side, Ooh to Be Ah by Kajagoogoo, what a title, Come Live With Me by Heaven 17, Dream to Sleep by H2O, All Tomorrow's Parties by Japan, The Way You Are by Tears for Fears, which I think was a non-album single, if memory serves. Riders on the Storm by Annabelle Lamb. You have Kissing the Pink with The Last Film. Soft Cell with Soul Inside. Michael Sembello with Maniac, of course used in the film Flashdance, really iconic movie song there. Shalimar with Disappearing Act. David Joseph with You Can't Hide Your Love From Me. And Level 42 with The Sun Goes Down, Living It Up. And on CD3 we have The Heat Is On by Agneta Falstog, which I believe is one of the members of ABBA. That's quite cool. Unconditional Love by Donna Summer and Musical Youth. Breakaway by Tracy Ullman. Rock Boxer Beat, by Joe Boxers. A lot of boxers. Don't Try to Stop It by Roman Holiday. The House That Jack Built by Tracy. Cry Just a Little Bit by Shakin' Stevens. Love Blonde by Kim Wilde. Take That Situation by Nick Hayward. Only for Love by Lamal. Walking in the Rain by Modern Romance. The Vow by Toyah. We Are Detective by the Thompson Twins. When We Were Young by Bucks Fizz, which I believe was a single on their Greatest Hits compilation of that year. Friday Night by the Kids from Fame, which was a very popular TV show back in its day. The Snot Rap by Kenny Everett. I know a lot of people for some reason are happy that this one's here. Margarita Time by Status Quo. Midnight at the Lost and Found by Meatloaf. Fields of Fire, 400 Miles by Big Country, and finishing off with Slade with My Oh My, so another 20 tracks there. And that is your 60 track list album, and the reason why I didn't give much commentary on a lot of those individual tracks like I normally do is because, to be honest, a lot of them I'm not too familiar with, but that's why I do like albums like this that bring songs that, to people like me, maybe aren't as familiar. I recognise a lot of the artists on there, but perhaps they're songs that, again, after their initial single release didn't sort of last in the public memory. So yeah, really happy that there's a lot of songs I'll be discovering here for the first time. Opening the first part up, you can see disc 1 there, but you can also see adverts for the other yearbook releases. So there's Now Yearbook 83 and Now Yearbook 84, both of which were released, as I mentioned earlier, in regular CD, special edition CD, and vinyl form. I'm not sure if the vinyls and the special edition CDs are still available new, but I imagine the standard edition CDs will be. And of course, follow Now Music on all of their social medias. And there you can see the 3 discs in the Now colours, of course, of the old logo. So one in red, one in blue, and one in green. Not much else to say. You can see there on disc 2. The only major difference of disc art wise is the word extra is planted on there too. So that in a nutshell is Now Yearbook 83. Is it worth your time? Well, as I mentioned, because this is in standard edition CD form, it will be quite relatively easy to get. I think it retails for about £9 or around that mark. You can get it from all the usual places, you know, Amazon, HMV, maybe some of the supermarkets, your independent music retailer if you have one nearby. Lots of that sort of stuff. I guess the main appeal is have a look at this track list, and maybe like me, you might not recognise a lot of the artists or songs on there, and if that's the case, I think you've got to weigh up, are you willing to spend £9 on an album that is going to be a bunch of first listens for the first time, which can be quite exciting, but equally I guess you could be disappointed if it's not your thing. But considering this is drawing from the same pool as the original Yearbook 83, mainly like the pop scene with some fringes of like alternative and new wave and other things like that, I'd say if you enjoy most of what you hear on Now Yearbook 83, you'll probably enjoy a good majority of what's on here too, but just keep that in mind. But that's all for this installment of the Now Review. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please remember to leave a like on this video, it really helps us out, and do subscribe to the channel as well, we'd love to have you aboard. Let me know in the comments if you're going to be picking up Now Yearbook 83 Extra. Do you hope they'll do more of these as the other yearbooks come out, or do you want this to just be a one-off? I've been Adam Martin from AMTV, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you to our patrons for helping to support the show, and a special thank you to Macra, Hooks Media, Ben Freeman, Ethan Carberry-Holt, Bruce Danton, The Broken Kitsumanoid, Tobos Krotz, Polsky Liz, Globe of Reviews, Trev Hughes, and Kevin Aikman, our AMTV staff members.